can the Walrus audio canvas rehearsal be used for? Primarily, it's a great foot-controllable metronome source for the band with multiple I/O options. The quarter-inch output can send click to the sound system for everyone to listen to. But just like kids who figure out that the same toy can be set up to play in a different way, there are two special ways to use the rehearsal beyond the practice session. And if you're someone very picky about your tone, there's one use case that you definitely want to stick around for. Let's explore what else the rehearsal can do. A big thank you to Swee Lee for sponsoring this video. They've loaned me the canvas clock and the rehearsal for the purposes of review and demo. I don't get to keep the pedals, Swee Lee didn't get a say in how these videos are made, but I do get to play with them long enough to know what they're capable of. Check out links to Swee Lee for more information about the clock and rehearsal in the description box and pinned comment. The second use case is the rehearsal as a guide track player. In my church, the role of music director comes with an expectation that you'll be guiding the band through the songs with a click track. I go one step further to include vocal cues and program a fully arranged guide track of clicking cues so that I can focus on playing the guitar and sometimes sing backup vocals for the worship leader. I usually have to bring my laptop for this, using Logic or Ableton Live to trigger click and cues. While I love the capabilities of digital audio workstations, I sometimes wish I could use less gear. I feel like there's an operational complexity to run a laptop on stage, and frankly, it's overkill for small acoustic bands. Well, the rehearsal is essentially a 2-channel stereo mixer with a metronome, one of the channels being a Bluetooth-enabled aux-in. This is where the fun comes in. First, download Easy Performer on your phone, a free tracks player that you trigger with assignable pads. Second, program a guide track and export as an MP3. Now, load those MP3 guide tracks into Easy Performer and populate the tab-triggered pads. Third, connect to the rehearsal via Bluetooth. Now, pressing a loaded pad sends the track through the Bluetooth aux-in of the rehearsal, which sends the track to the headphone or quarter-inch output to your IEM station.
Intro. All in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Verse. Slowly build. 1, 2, 3, 4. Intro. All in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Voila! Guide track management without a laptop. Wirelessly too if you're using Bluetooth. The third use case is the rehearsal as an IEM guitar more me mixer. Guitarists, this one is for you. Have you ever tweaked your pedal board or modular tone to perfection at home, but then having to grapple with the front of house or monitor mix system changing it somewhat? Sometimes it's subtle, other times there's too much mids or top end. To be fair, the front of house probably needs to EQ the guitar in a certain way so that your guitar tone cuts through the mix or fits the sonic niche better in your acoustic environment. Here's a solution to let the front of house do their job while you're happy with your tone just the way it is. A more me mix. I'll explain it and show it to you so that it will make sense. First, ensure that the rehearsal is the last pedal in your signal chain. For demonstration purposes, I'm running the Pod Express Black into the rehearsal. When connected this way, the guitar knob on the rehearsal controls how loud your rig is, and the headphone volume control functions like a master volume. Second, instead of plugging your earphones into your IEM station, use a stereo cable to connect from your IEM station headphone output to the aux-in. Now your IEM mix is directly controlled by the aux-in volume knob. Third, and this is important, mute your guitar channel in your IEM mix. There should be none of your guitar in your IEM mix, otherwise you might get chorusing or phase issues. Achieve your IEM mix by balancing how loud you want the guitar knob versus the aux-in knob. Adjust the headphone output to a comfortable overall listening level. Voila! You're able to hear your pedal board or modeler directly from the rehearsal while tweaking your AEM mix, and your sound guys can tweak your guitar tone the way that they need to. Would I spend close to $400 on an end-of-board metronome with Bluetooth aux-in functionality? Perhaps, because I value practice so much. But with these two additional use cases, I think the value in solving live performance problems justifies the price tag. But here's my biggest takeaway from playing with the Rehearsal. I used to think that I was stuck with a laptop if I wanted to use guide tracks even if the band was small. But thanks to the Rehearsal, I can leave my laptop at home for a much simpler setup. I found the simplicity liberating. Paper charts, no complex tracks, just the organic quality of the acoustic and the voices. Thanks to the Rehearsal, I'm more confident in leading small acoustic bands, and if you decide to get one for yourself, I hope you'll discover that confidence too. If you found value in this video, please consider liking, subscribing, hitting the bell icon to grow the channel, join the community, and get YouTube to send this out to more people. Thank you. And that's me. What about you? Have you been able to find simpler setups for guide track management? Have you been frustrated with your guitar tone in your IEM mix? How do you solve those issues? I'd love to hear your story in the comments below. This video is part of a review series I did for Swee Lee, and I previously explored the Walrus audio canvas clock, a powerful pedalboard clock source and MIDI controller. If you want to see how I'm using the clock to control my big pedalboard, click on the thumbnail after this, and I'll see you there.